Good morning, guys. Dave Santarelli here from BreakingChartAlerts.com. We posted our pre-market video on YouTube there. Just checking out here. We got a couple of seconds here until market opens, about 2 minutes. Just going down the watch list here, looking at some movers. American Airlines is quickly moving higher here as they're getting closer to a stimulus bill. They're talking about not furloughing people taking pay cuts instead of being furloughed. We're getting a nice move on the bank's financials. Bank of America still continuing to climb. We were talking about this one the other week there. You know, we should have went out with an extra week or two till expiration, but that's still starting to climb. Citigroup here, nice hook pattern on Citigroup. I'd be looking for that 47.50 to 50 area. Facebook down about $2, trading side by side. You know, 260s our stop on our Facebook. We're not in a Facebook, are we? We have a Facebook spread. I want to see Facebook climb above that 265 today. Dow is looking pretty good. If we bring up Diamond ETF, markets are climbing up about 100 points here in the pre-market. SPY, same thing, small gain. The only thing that's down a little bit today is tech, but I think we're going to see a reversal on NASDAQ and tech start to climb higher here. So, see how that goes. Let's see, Google trade down about $9, still holding that 20. That one's going to be fine. Here we go, guys, coming up to the open. Everything is cleared out. We're going to be looking for some day trades, some swing trades, and here we go. Market is open. Let's take a look at SPY. See what that's going to do here today.
RNG, Ring Central, Redbox partnered with Ring Central to deliver next generation voice and video capture integrated with unified communications for a highly regulated business.
Nice climb on SPY. Nice breakout on SPY. Nike is having a big run here too. Take a look at Nike quick. That's coming up on my other screen as a big breakout.
AZPN, Aspen Technology, delivers new industrial AI.
Big breakout almost to 129 here on Nike. There goes Nike continuing to break higher.
AZPN.
Nike is still breaking higher. SPY is still on the climb. Let's see Qs over here. Qs are starting to climb here. There goes Nike, though, still continuing to take off with Nike. Let's see what Facebook's doing here. Facebook's starting to climb. Let's see SPY. SPY's still continuing to break higher. 3-month daily chart. We're finally breaking out of that consolidation box.
WHO's Tedros
Be looking for that 343 next.
By the end of this year, we may have a vaccine. There is hope.
Good morning, Honka. Good morning, team. Let's see what else is moving over here. NVIDIA up over 2.5%. Take a look at NVIDIA. What a climb. NVIDIA was upgraded to $600 a share price target. Outperformed by Guggenheimer. All right, so Guggenheim upgraded NVIDIA to 600. Let's see what else is on here on the watch list. BlackBerry shares are trading higher after the company announced a new unified partner program. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell to deliver remarks on economic outlook at 10:40 a.m. via live stream. So keep that in mind. Nice little climb here. Deutsche Bank maintains buy on American Tower, lowers their price target at $300 on AMT. Lowers their price target to 300 bucks. She's at 242 now. Market's pulling back a little bit from the opening highs. Dow's up about 16, Nasdaq's down about 13, S&P's down about 50 cents. FDA says AstraZeneca vaccine would need 2 months of safety data for emergency use authorization. Nike's still looking good over here on the other chart.
Coming up at 10 a.m., Jolt's job openings.
Nice climb off that 1020 SMA here on Nike for today, 1 minute. Market's still pulling back a little bit though from the highs. So watching and observing now. Google's definitely rebounding, guys. Take a look at Google shares. From 1473 up to 1477. Diamond's starting to get a climb off the 10. There goes Google.
IDEX getting a pop here. India Delta Echo X-ray.
1478, 1479. Take a look at Diamond ETF. That's getting a climb off that 10. See if that continues. SPY's doing the same. Google is looking to break higher. Let's see a break above that 1480.5 area. Diamond's looking good. Qs are looking good. Getting up to that 1020 on Qs. That's what I want to see on Qs for tech to take off here. I want to see that climb above, let's say, 280. Google's finally above 1480. Intel is still continuing to climb. I'm seeing the Intel trade take off here. You see INTC up above me. Intel's looking ready for another climb. Intel's continuing to be strong today. AMD's also in the green. Intel's looking really good for a swing trade. It's got that 5250 resistance area here on Intel that we got to break. Dow up for the 4th time in 5 days. Hey guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, could you do me a favor and give this a like for me? Greatly appreciate it. Intel still continuing to climb up, $200 on our Intel trade today. Got to break that 52.50 and then it's going to have a nice takeoff from there.
JAGX, Juliet Alpha Golf entry up 25% following their earlier press release. JAGX. WWR shares were halted on a circuit breaker, $12.85. That's WWR. Shares up 55% this morning on
Qs are down about 19 points here. Nasdaq's down about 19 points. Watching Qs here. Diamond's just coming below that 10 SMA on a today 1 minute chart. Just got to be patient. Look for a good setup today.
Trump considering giving a nationwide TV address today. That according to the
Trump giving a nationwide TV address today. Wells Fargo downgrades myocardia from overweight to equal weight. Price target raised from 133 to 225 on MYOK.
Authorization of COVID-19 vaccine in Switzerland has been submitted.
Wow. It got upgraded to 225 and it had a big pop right to 225. Let's see, market's still pulling back here. Let's take a look at Diamond. Beyond Meat at 182. BYND. We'll take a look at that.
WWR continuing higher following that circuit breaker halt, $13.70 now, up 60.
This could easily get back up to that 200 on Beyond Meat. We'll keep an eye on that. Google wants to climb. 1478. Qs are still dropping though. Let's see, what's Nvidia doing? Still up about 2.5%. Isn't he still in BDM there? Let's see, Snapchat's still climbing. Pretty flat here still. Dow's up about 17, Nasdaq's down about 28, S&P's down 3. Diamond held that 50 SMA right here. See if we continue to climb here on Dow. Let's see. Google 1475. Nike is still on the climb. 128.49. Qs are climbing here as well. Looking good on Qs if we could hold that. Let's see. Duncan says, oh, VV on the rise. Quantum on YouTube says, I can't wait to see some stimulus hype trades. Kodak and Hertz. Never heard of this company before. Nice climb from lows of about $2 though, all the way back up to about 12. Dow's up about 60 points. NASDAQ still pulling back a little bit from the highs. Just watching NASDAQ here. I want to see NASDAQ turn around so we can pick up some more tech. Let's see, what else do we have going on? Citigroup up over 2%. Love that hook pattern on Citigroup here. That's a nice hook pattern. I'd be looking at 50 as a target for about 30 to 60 days out if you wanted to trade Citigroup. Citigroup, you could pick up that 46 strike for October 16th for pretty cheap. That's not bad for a quick little swing trade there if you wanted to make one.
Getting a pop here. Extend Medical on heavy volume now. X-Ray Tango, November Tango. After the company regains compliance with the NYSE American listing standards. Shares now at $2.15, up 44% on X-Ray Tango, November Tango.
That 46 strike going for $1.32, $1.33, $1.31. It's not too bad there for a swing trade setup. Might look at that a little bit later. Right now, markets are just trading pretty sideways. No momentum yet today. There's really not much news this morning. I thought we'd be hearing a little bit more from Trump. Nike's still on the climb, though. Micron's looking good, continuing to climb there. That's not a bad setup up to 50. Usually the options on Micron are pretty cheap as well. Still early, not much going on. Dow's up about 53, Nasdaq's down about 38, S&P is down about 2. Let's see, any news on Cisco? Cisco penalized 1.9 billion in cybersecurity infringement trial. Plans appeal. Not much going on yet this morning. Dow's still up only about 52 points. Flattening out, just had that 1020 cross again. But SPY's pulling back here. Qs are still pulling back. Not much, but a slight pullback. Delta Airlines are looking good. Look at the airlines here continuing to take off. Like that setup. Remember, Delta was just upgraded again to $54 a share yesterday. So keep that in mind.
RESN, new patent issued, Romeo Echo Sandy November. Lithium patent, that's RESN. Romeo Echo Sandy November, RESN.
Now see, is this a sector rotation that we're going to start seeing going back into the energy? We got to take a look at that. ExxonMobil, CVX, COP. ExxonMobil. Look at that pullback on ExxonMobil. It's got a big double bottom here if she comes back down to about $30. Big double bottom. If it rebounds off that 30, that's where I'd be looking to enter on ExxonMobil. I mean, you see it came down to 30 and it quickly doubled up to almost $60 a share from coming down to about 30. So that's something, if it does come down to that $30 a share area. Let me zoom in a little bit here. So if this does come down here and has that double bottom, you know, at $30, That's where I'd be looking to. That's where I'd be looking to buy. SPY's retracing. Diamond. Qs are pulling back here, guys. A little bit of a pullback here. Nike is still strong, though. Nike is still holding up. But this is where I'd be buying ExxonMobil if it got down to that $30. That's my buy point. But like I said, if it does come down to that 30, I'd be looking 3 to 6 months out till Expo. That's definitely one you need some time with. That's not one you can trade weekly. Not with this volatility. Love to see the market start to pick up here, but Qs are holding below that 10 all morning this morning so far. Take a look. About 26 minutes into the trading day, as you can see here with Qs. Just up to that 10 SMA, falling. Up to that 10, falling. Up to that 10, falling. I want to see that reversal here. Once we have that reversal, we'll start adding to tech or buying back some shorts. Let's see what COP's doing. Now remember those stocks we talked about yesterday, the safe haven types of stocks going into the election. Notice how most of those are green today. So that's telling you quite a bit. We see PepsiCo in the green today. Let's go over a few of them. Let's see. Coca-Cola's in the green, continuing to break higher. It's at the highs of the day here, Coca-Cola. Let's see what AWR is doing. American Water.
5 million expected. That's coming up at 10
down about 2 cents. Still continuing that strong channel higher here on AWR. MAA, Mid-America Apartments, down about 60 cents for the day here. Today, 1 minute, starting to climb from the lows. Let's see, UNH, United Healthcare. This one's also green today. 3-month daily, still continuing higher. 325 target. Let's see, J&J. Down a bit today on that news from the FDA. Pfizer's up about 30 cents for the day. Merck. BDM on Merck. SPY, Diamond, Qs are starting to change here. Take a look at Qs quick. Qs today, 1 minute. Finally starting to get a break from those lows. First candle above that 20. Looking good. The MACD just crossed. So keep an eye on Qs. This might be a good opportunity for a day trade if we start to break higher. Diamond and SPY is continuing to climb here as well. Google's got a nice little pop there from 1470 all the way up to 1475. Nike, 128.88 continuing to climb. 128.92. Let's see. Quantum says Kodak and HTZ. Let's take a look at that quick. KODK. Down about 1.81%. 6-month daily. Not doing much there. HTZ. Hertz. There's no way Hertz is going to go bankrupt. Someone's going to buy them out. Something's going to happen. I'm not trading it now. I'm not in it. But that's one I want to keep an eye on. Because you saw that spike we got here. Remember when she came down to 40 cents a share, and then she quickly shot right back up to 630, 625. We were in that. We made some nice gains on that move right there. So we'll just keep an eye on that for volatility. Not doing anything with Hertz, but let's take a look at Q. See if we can continue that climb here on Qs.
CDXC, Charlie Delta X-Ray Charlie, hearing a positive note from Oppenheimer, says Chromadex NR is effective against COVID-19, raising price target to new street high of $9. That's Charlie Delta X-Ray Charlie.
Intel. Let's see what else.
Chromadex at $4.48.
There goes Q's.
Up about 10%. Charlie Delta X-Ray Charlie CDXC. Positive note from Oppenheimer.
Dow's up about 61 points. Nasdaq's down about 24. S&P's down 2 points. Starting to get a climb off the lows here. Big candle on SPY now. Diamond, Dow, big climb on that as well. Nice climb on Qs, big breakout on Qs.
Jobs job opening 6.493 million.
Jobs openings, let's see here.
The estimate was 6.685 million on Jobs job openings. S&P futures getting a pop down 33.97.25.
Nice climb here. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Let's see. Chung Ho says Zoom is moving up. Let's take a look at Zoom quick. That's a nice little opportunity there for a quick day trade up to about 487.50, 490. Zoom's quite the mover.
TLNK blink charging October 12.5 call sweep. Bravo Lima November Kilo.
Google's finally starting to break higher again here too. 1476. 1477. There goes Google. Nice climb on Google. Let's see if she could break above that 1477.50. Above that 50 SMA. Break above 1477.50 and we could be looking for that 1480 pretty quick. SPY's continuing to break out here. So is Diamond, Q's. We're looking
Facebook
good.
Adds Netflix, Zoom, and more features to portal. That's FB and ZM.
Facebook added Zoom, Netflix to their Facebook portal. That's breaking news there. Look at that big breakout on Google, 1479. That's a nice breakout on Facebook. Look at that quick $2 climb. $2.50 climb there in 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. Liking what I'm seeing. Qs are continuing stronger, breaking higher. Google's nearing 1480 a share. Our paycheck trade is going to be a nice paycheck here, I think, this week for us. Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for us. I'd really appreciate that. Thanks for your help, guys. There goes Nike continuing to run as well. I'm watching Google, Nike, Q, SPY, Diamond, Facebook. Let's see, Facebook. Let me log into our Trade Challenge account here. Nice run on the markets here. Nike 128.91. GoDaddy trade is starting to move higher as well. Got the October 16th expo on that. GDDY. Looking good. Finally breaking above that 77.50 on GoDaddy. Take a look, guys. We finally have that move. So this is what I've been waiting for. One more day here with GoDaddy, or if we climb, up to 78.50 today, I'm going to be adding to that GoDaddy trade. Beautiful setup there. Let's see, Intel's really taking off there, surging higher. Our work trade's doing well today. Work is taking off. Look at work up 1.56% today. Continuing higher, looking good.
SHIP, Synergy, tweet from the company, another strong day for Cape Vessels. Daily earnings at 34,896 today. Synergy is the only U.S. listed pure play Cape company. That's from SHIP, Sandy Hotel, India.
Intel's really looking strong for a breakout here. We got some major resistance though on that Intel at 52.50. Once we break above that 52.50, you gotta keep your eye on Intel. Intel is going to be a great setup once we break that resistance area. Markets are still climbing. Diamond, SPY, take a look. Nice breakout on Diamond. Came down to that 10, breaking higher. Now there's Diamond. You can see how we had that 10-20 cross. Continuing to come down to that 10-20, breaking higher. Now take a look at SPY. Google's still on the climb there. Same thing with SPY. 10-20 cross, came down to that 10, breaking higher. See if we could hold. Dow is up 80 points. NASDAQ's down 7 points, 6 points for the day. Only 5 points now on NASDAQ. And S&P is in the green. So nice climb off of this morning's lows here. It's the importance of being patient and disciplined during these types of volatile markets. There goes SPY again. Diamond Q's still continuing to climb. Let's take a look at the watch list here, see if anything else is coming up. Facebook is looking good. Look at Facebook still breaking higher.
WMT, Walmart says introducing Walmart Insurance Services, Whiskey Michael Tango. WMT.
Walmart Insurance Services. Wow, take a listen to that. Walmart coming out with their insurance. That might be a nice opportunity here for another Walmart trade. Let's take a look at Walmart option chain. I might do a trade on Walmart.
Shares of Walmart popping to 142.94.
I'm gonna make a trade on Walmart here. I'll go into the October 16th Expo with Walmart.
That's Whiskey Michael Tango.
I like that news. October 16th, 143 is going for about 228. Efren, I'm getting in Walmart. October 16th, 143 call. Let's see. I'll pick up 2 contracts of that in the trade challenge account. Let's see. It's open, not executed yet. Alrighty, I'm in 2 contracts in the trade challenge account, 227. This is a trade challenge. I'll post it in the trade room, Efren. We're going to have the same target, 145 to 150. I think that should easily get up there with that news coming out. I got a couple things going for Walmart Efren on the description there. Number 1, we have the holiday cyclical trend coming. Okay. Number 2, this is considered a safe haven defensive stock to trade. Number 3, Walmart Plus has come out. And number 4, Walmart's introducing their own insurance segment there. Work is continuing to climb here. WORK. Work is at the highs of the day, guys, continuing to break higher. Look at that breakout on work. Slack today. SPY still continuing to climb. Qs need to break that 280.25. Q's still breaking higher, so is SPY. There goes Q's new highs of the day. NASDAQ is now green. Dow's up 80 points. NASDAQ is now up 9 points. S&P's up 2. Continuing to break higher now for the day. There we go. Big breakout on Q's. Shares of Facebook are still continuing to break higher, 265.11 on that news. They're introducing Netflix and Zoom on their Facebook portal platform. Guys, Intel's really running. Back up $300 today on Intel. Intel's getting back up to that 5250 resistance. Chung says Microsoft is moving. Let's take a look at MSFT. Nice climb on Microsoft. As you can see how it correlates with the Qs here. Take a look. About the same time you got that 1020 cross on the Qs, you see Microsoft. Watch, we could compare it here. Let's see, where is it? Compare MSFT.
PPSI, Pioneer Power Solution, 585
So see, you
now.
can see this started to climb here as well as Q
Here
started to
up
climb.
271% now on PPSI, Papa, Sandy, India.
SPY's really taking off here, guys. Take a look at SPY. Today, 1 minute. Nice breakout on SPY.
FDA staff says October 22nd panel meeting will discuss studies to test safety and efficacy of COVID-19 vaccine candidates. That from briefing documents.
Big breakout here on SPY. Diamond, Qs. Markets are moving higher here, guys. Dow is now up almost 100 points. NASDAQ's up about 12, 13 points now. S&P's up about 4. Goldman Sachs chief equity strategist says the vaccine's more important than the election for the economy.
BHP,
I think we know that.
Global spiking here. Receives contract to install 7 new food waste digesters at various Hackensack Meridian Health locations. That's Bravo Hotel Tango Golf. Shares now spiking on that press release, BHTG.
BHTG, wow, look at that pop there on BHTG. That's going to cause a circuit breaker.
Biotech Global shares hitting $1.49 now at the high.
Bio High Tech Global.
17% for Bravo Hotel Tango Golf for that press release, BHTG.
Guys, Dow's continuing to break higher. Now up 106 points on Dow. NASDAQ's up about 6 points. S&P's up about 4. Diamond is just continuing to plow higher here. Continued breakout here in the markets. I'm waiting for Google. I'm watching Google here because once that starts to take off, I want to turn that into a ratio spread, I think. I'm waiting for it to really break that 1480 mark. There goes the markets again. A big climb in Diamond, SPY, and Qs. Here we go. Look at SPY here continuing to run higher. Look at that breakout on SPY. Qs, I want to see Qs break that 280.50. Tech is pretty slow today. Dow's up 132 points now. Our Intel trades up $300 for the day, continuing to climb. Here comes Google. Finally, some volume starting to come into Google. Market's still climbing here, guys. Nasdaq's now up about 16 points.
ALNA, Alpha Lima November Alpha Lena Pharmaceuticals hitting the highs of $1.81 on volume. That's ALNA.
USO is up quite a bit today, over 3% on USO. Take a look at this. USO is up 3.3% today, 3-month daily, getting a big climb off that lows from about a couple of days ago. I gotta fix these lights somehow. Good morning, Logan Swanson. Nice to have you with us. Market's still looking good here. Guys, remember what we were talking about yesterday on the utilities, on the Safe Haven NEE? Take a look. Tell me if this is not a coincidence. NEE, Wells Fargo maintains overweight on Nextera Energy, raises price target to $340 a share. That was just upgraded right now. I think I might make a trade on Nextera here soon once we climb above 288. Space is taking off here, guys. SPCE. Look at that breakout on Space. $22, up 4.4% here for the day. Big breakout on Space. Anyone still in Space?
CHCI, Charlie Hotel Charlie India.
That's one we were talking about right when it had that 1020 cross. Take a look at Space here. Where's the...
$3.43.
So take a look at Space here, right? We had that 1020 cross. There's check number 1. We had the MACD cross, check number 2. First candle above 1020 SMA. This is your entry. And this is where we entered. The only thing is we sold it a little bit early. Still continuing to break out. We made a quick, 30% gain on that Space trade. We got in early on this breakout here. She's still climbing. I'm going to be looking for 25 as the target. Nice breakout on space. Let's see. Jerry and Skyjack said they're in space. What are you guys up on the space trade?
OPTT, Ocean Power Technology.
Let's see. Grant Goodlid says, what's your view on Tesla before earnings? Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla, let's bring up the calendar. Tesla earnings on October 21st. So my thing on Tesla is, number one, you know, back in February, March, April, May, they were announcing, you know, it was a little bit tougher sales than what they were expecting. But ever since then, you know, the past 2 months, their sales have been increasing. You know, their factories producing, manufacturing more cars than ever before. So I think Tesla's going to have some pretty good earnings, and I think we're going to see that get back up to that 500 resistance. So if you wanted a trade idea going into Tesla earnings, first off, we have to take a look at what is the implied move for Tesla.
MARK remark, getting some volume here, $1.26, 5%, Michael Alpha Romeo Kilo.
If we take a look at Tesla here, you can see the implied move for the next 15 days or the next 7 days is about 6%. You know, that's only for the next 7 days. Going into earnings, it's probably going to be closer to about 20%. I think that could easily get back up to that 500 area. So what I'd be looking at is, let's see, that's for October, the 16th Expo, obviously. That's too short of a time frame if you want to play that earnings, so you'd have to go with the October 23rd. And if it were me, what I'd be looking at, here's a trade idea going into Tesla earnings. Let's see what we got about. This is a nice setup here going into Tesla earnings. The 450, 250, 455 vertical spread going for 70 cents to be worth 250. 2.5, divide that by 0.7. That'd be a 257% return with Tesla at or above 455 a share. And the nice thing about this, you're probably going to see Tesla continue to climb here as you get closer to earnings. So that's one that I think would be a nice trade setup. You could capture a quick, even 50% gain if she has a run up to 450 before earnings. And you see the candles here. I mean, just a couple of days ago, literally 1, 2, 3 days ago, she was at 450. So this is a big gain here if she gets up to that 455 or higher. 2.5, divide that by 0.7. A 257.14% gain with going with this out of the money vertical spread. So obviously with earnings, you want to do something where you're looking at that move either higher or lower. So if you wanted to do a trade like this, I like that out of the money vertical call spread. Or if you're not sure if Tesla's going to go up or down, you could do that special iron condor that we do. You know, as long as it has that move up or down, a significant move, you'll make a good return on that. I like this setup though. This is a nice setup actually. I might get into that. We could break above that 427, I'd probably jump into that. Easy 450 target though going into earnings. Google's finally starting to get a climb. Let's see Google take off here. We have a paycheck trade on Google for this week. Our paycheck trade on Google, 1487.50, 1490 vertical call spread.
Electric tweeting now. Boris Johnson pledges to power all UK homes with wind by 2030. That's from Electric.
Boris Johnson wants to power all homes by wind by, what do they say, 2030. Hey, whoever was talking about Hertz before, there's some unusual options activity coming in on Hertz now. Let's see, what are they buying? They're buying the 350 strike call for November 20th Expo. The 350 call for November 20th Expo. They're picking that up for, let's see, how much are they paying for it? It doesn't say here. Let's see what that NEE is doing. Nextera. Southwest asks union employees for pay cut. We talked about that before.
On whether it's a block Commerce Department's order that would effectively ban TikTok.
Once Nextera starts to climb, I'm going to be jumping in Nextera. There's no question about that. Dow is up about 132 points. Nasdaq's up about 6. S&P's up about 5 points for the day. Walmart's starting to climb here again.
SOL, Renner Solar, Sandy Oscar Lima, seeing a spike in volume. SOL.
SPY's taking off here again. Let's see the trade room. Paula spaced out to 1016. Space is looking great there. I should have held longer myself. We got in at perfect timing when it started that climb. I still think that has quite a bit of ways to go here, up to about 25 bucks.
SPCE.
SPCE, they're talking about that again here. Skyjack's up 20% on space.
TELL, Tellurian, Tango Echo Lima Lima, getting a pop here on volume. TELO.
Guys, we have a beautiful page now on the website here. If you guys take a look at the website, our lessons that we're doing each day, you go to education, go to lesson library, and we have the little intraday lessons here for you guys to check out. Really great short lessons, 5 to 10 minutes long. And we're going to be continuing to add to these just about daily here. So really nice lessons you guys could check out. And then, of course, if you go to education, options trading classes, and here we go. We got our beginners courses right here, our regular classes that are about an hour long, intermediate, and our experienced classes here. Hedging your positions. And we're still continuing to build those out each day. Diamond's starting to climb again. Let's see if it could break above that 1020. Logan Swanson, where are you from? Are you from the Orlando, Florida area? Let's see. Google's just been consolidating here. Take a look at Google. Just holding that 20 pretty well, which is good. Wants to climb here. So Google, this is basically what we're looking at as far as consolidation area goes for Google. Oh man, am I horrible drawing a box. I want to see a make or a break above, or obviously I want to see a break above this. But just trading pretty much sideways here on Google for today.
Shares of Bloom Energy hitting new highs now, 1892, seeing heavy call activity. October 18 calls now at $18.94.
I'm waiting for that next tear to take off here. I'm watching that on the chart above here, but it's still not doing too much. Guys, Powell's coming up any second here. Markets are going to move based on that news. Diamond's pulling back all the way down to that 50 SMA here on it today, 1 minute. Let's see what's Nvidia doing. Nvidia is still climbing up 3% now. $16 for the day on Nvidia. Broke 562. There we go. Market's getting a little climb here. Guys, now just remember, Powell's coming on, so you're going to see some volatility in the markets here. Guys with us on YouTube, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it on social media for us. And make sure you subscribe to our channel to get a copy, an email every time we post a class, a lesson, any type of content.
Fed's Powell says we should continue to do what we can to manage downside risk to the outlook. Says fiscal and monetary policy actions have supported a strong but incomplete recovery. Monetary policy have for now muted normal recessionary dynamics of a downturn. Powell says still a long way to go in recovery. Says unemployment rate using broader measure of conditions is around 11%. Outlook remains highly uncertain. Sees risk that rapid initial gains transition to longer than expected slog to full recovery. Says one risk is resurgence in virus, another is that slowing improvement could trigger typical recessionary dynamics. Powell says too little policy support would lead to weak recovery. Risk of overdoing policy support seems smaller. Powell said recovery will be stronger and faster if fiscal and monetary policy work side by side until economy is cleared out of the woods. Says even if policy actions prove greater than needed, they will not go to waste. That's comments from the Fed's Powell.
Great news. Markets are climbing on that news.
At the NABE conference.
There goes SPY taking off.
Donald Trump tweeting now, feeling great.
What are they saying Donald Trump is tweeting? Guys, Nvidia just got another upgrade. BMO Capital maintains outperform on Nvidia, raises price target is $650. Another upgrade by Cassend maintains buy on Nvidia, raises price target to $590. A lot of upgrades on Nvidia here. U.S. judge to hold November 4th hearing on whether to block Department of Commerce order that would effectively ban TikTok in the USA. So November 4th, that's coming up. Big pullback here for a couple of candles on SPY, Diamond, Qs. Powell said more realistic unemployment rate is closer to 11%. Big pullback there on the markets. Look at that candle.
S&P futures headed lower now following Powell comments.
So basically, Fed Powell says risk of too much aid for the economy it's non-existent. So he's basically saying, "Hey, get this stimulus package passed." That's the basic terms that Powell's saying right now. Is let's go, let's get this stimulus package passed, so we can help the economy.
Yeah. Although, do we think McConnell's on board already with the rest of the Senate needing to actually pass something? All right, let's talk about Vice President Biden's tax plan, which he wrote about in the Wall Street Journal. You referenced the fact that gross revenues from taxes collected by the federal government right now about 16% of gross domestic product. You think, well, it is historically quite low. You think we go a bit higher without harming the ability of the economy to grow? Yeah, Jason Soto was unable to communicate. We're going to try and get Jason back as quickly as possible. We still have his audio. Jason, you're back. Start the answer again. Yeah, we got you. Go ahead.
PPSI getting another spike here, $6.90. Papa Sandy, India.
Nice little bounce back from those two big red candles there.
$7.10 now, up 360% at the high.
Hey, Jason, national debt, 27 trillion for the first time this week, up 4 trillion from the beginning of the year. When you say that you expect some of the GOP senators to go along with a package that the president endorses, what happens to their concerns about the national debt?
Let's see. Logan says, "What's up with DraftKings, DKNG?" You know, this is going to be moving with any type of news with sports, obviously. So if there's any type of sports that are going to be canceled or postponed, you'll see DraftKings pull back. But still strong on DraftKings as sports still remain.
You're absolutely right. We hear that from both sides, from the Powells and the Cudlows and you name it. But when does it, I wonder, when do you think it does become a bigger concern? Is that a dynamic that we get in the next 12 months?
UK government says has purchased 1 million antibody tests from the UK Rapid Test Consortium.
Let's see, Spy here. Today in 1 minute.
KODK Kodak, weekly 9.5 call sweep now on KODK Kodak.
Kodak breaking out again.
BUZI Vuzix, according to global data, global smart glass market is set to reach $2.3 billion by 2030. Learn how smart glasses could be vital For patient care,
Carnival Cruise Line's breaking out again, guys.
UCI, Victor Uniform Zulu India, Music. Shares of Music.
Back up near $16, 3-month daily. Big breakout there on Carnival Cruise Line. Like the looks of that. I'd have $18 as a target. Here we go. SPY, Diamond, Q's starting to break above that 10 SMA. Let's see if we get that reversal from those lows after Powell's comments.
Kodak spiking here, KODK.
Kodak shares are spiking.
Yeah, and that call activity again in Kodak.
Wow, look at Kodak running. Unusual call activity on Kodak. Let's take a look here. What are they doing? Kodak, the 950 calls for this week's expo at 50 cents a contract. Big breakout on SPY, Q's, Diamond.
CREG, China Recycling, getting a pop to the highs, $4.33. CREG, seeing activity in...
Look at that breakout on SPY, getting right back up to where we were. Nice climb on SPY, Diamond, Q's running. Dow's back up now 110 points.
Hotel Yankee, Lima, November.
Quick climb after those comments. I told you guys we were going to see some volatility with Powell there. That's the importance of remaining disciplined there. Nothing we didn't know, that what he was talking about there. We just need to get that stimulus package done. We get that stimulus package, we're going to have a big breakout here in the markets we could take further advantage of. A vegan cheeseburger from McDonald's. I wouldn't mind a vegan cheeseburger. McDonald's is still looking good for a breakout. Like the setup there. Diamond ETF is still on the run.
ELSE, Electro Sensors.
Nextera finally looks like it's ready. I've been watching that on the chart over to the right here. We're finally getting some candles up to that 20. Let's see if we get that 1020 cross on Nextera. We could go out to the November 20th Expo. This is one of those great safe haven stocks ahead of the election here. Love trading utilities ahead of the election. We'll watch, see if that starts to break out. This just had a few upgrades as well today, Nextera. What, to 340 a share, I think? Let me check it out. Nextera, Wells Fargo maintains overweight on Nextera Energy, raises price target to 340. Morgan Stanley maintains equal weight on Nextera, raises price target at 250. Morgan Stanley, I'm going to raise the price target to 250, and the stock's at 287.
November 30 call sweep now on Sandy Papa Charlie Echo.
Virgin Galactic, more call activity coming in on space. NEE, finally starting to break out. Here comes the 1020 cross. Green candles above. MACD's already crossed. I'll be watching Nextera closely here.
National Hurricane Center says Delta is now a Category 3 hurricane, expected to be an extremely dangerous hurricane.
Delta is a Category 3 hurricane.
The Yucatan Peninsula.
Let's see where that baby's going. Let me track her. That's going to be out towards John. That's going towards Texas and Louisiana.
PPSI $8 now, the high on Papa Sandy, India. Shares up 400% for PPSI. Washington, D.C. reporting 105 new coronavirus cases in one day period. That's the highest one-day spike since June.
Wow.
That's in Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. Must be Trump's cabinet. Highest spike in one day since May.
ELSE, electro sensors, getting a pop, continuing to move higher now. $4.83, the high of 30.
Market's still holding up.
ELSE. BNTX, BioNTech, October 80 call sweep now, BNTX.
There goes Nextera, guys. Nice breakout on Nextera. I think I can enter a trade on Nextera now in the trade challenge account. Let's see here. Trades, options. Love options. Let's take a look. That's the breakout I was looking for. Now let's see that green candle above that 50 and EE.
The high on PPSI up.
Let's see, call.
78%.
Go with the November 20th. Alrighty, Efren, I'm picking up in the trade challenge account. NEE, November 20th, 290 strike. Get one contract of that. View order. It's an open order.
AYX, January 155 call. Alpha Yankee X-ray, AYX.
All right, this is a trade challenge trade. We are in at 1050. And that's pretty much going to do it for this morning. We just made a new trade on Nextera here.
Going forecast challenging near-term
Nice break on a Nextera. I love that climb there off those lows. We were waiting patiently for Nextera all morning. We finally got that breakout.
$8.5 trillion total market. That's VA Boeing.
Looking good. Guys, that's going to do it for this morning's session. We will be back live again at around 2 o'clock here. If you guys want to come join us, go to breakingchartalerts.com
Up about 2% for Boeing.
and get signed up.
VA.
If you guys go to our website, breakingchartalerts.com, all you have to do is go to, where is it here? Join now, membership pricing and plans. Click on that, and you'll see the plans we have available. And once you get signed in, you're going to see all these lessons, the classes. Everything's going to be included for the pro and the elite members, all the classes and all the lessons there. Nextera is really taking off there. What a climb on Nextera. Let's see what I'm doing on that already. Look at that breakout. Already up 5% on the Nextera trade. Already up $60. Looking good. Alrighty, guys. I will see you guys around 2 o'clock. I hope everyone has a great day. And God bless everyone. Stay safe out there, okay? See you later, guys.